Shortly, but in the meantime, the Anglican Church of Kenya has called out President William Ruto's administration, accusing it of engaging in rhetoric and excuses instead of putting deliberate efforts towards implementation of campaign pledges. In their pastoral message to the nation, led by Archbishop Jackson on the Sapit, the leaders faulted the government shareholders' notion, saying that all Kenyans should be treated equally as the election period is long gone, as Hassan Mugambi now reports.
After a three-day prayer and reflection meeting by the Provincial Synod of the Anglican Church, the leadership of ACK weighed in on the performance of the Kenya Kwanza government 1 year on.
Our honest observation as a church is that there is more of rhetoric and excuses than conscious efforts to take practical implementation. We urge the government to go beyond promises and lip service and embrace practical programs to alleviate sufferings of Kenyans.
The Anglican Church leaders faulted political leaders for likening the government to a shareholding company where those that supported Kenya Kwanza stand to benefit, calling for equality in appointments and regional development.
A session of public appointments in already divided nation, Kenyans deserve equal opportunities and the treatment regardless from where they come from.
With the bipartisan talk underway, Sapit discouraged political leaders from speaking against the process, adding that such utterances are likely to divide the country further.
We call upon the teams involved to embrace the spirit of good faith during the talks and to provide ways that can help the country address deeply rooted systemic issues which have polarized this nation.
On the issue of the skyrocketing cost of living, the clergy called on the government to devise means other than taxation that can help generate revenue.
Excessive taxation is detrimental not only to the spirit of the investment, but it is also a demotivating factor to the people who work hard to make a living. The high increase in taxation, notably the VAT added on petrol, is a source of concern for all. We believe it is imperative for our government to appreciate the fact that Kenyan citizens are already stretched to their limits.
The clergy who represent the top leadership of the Anglican Church also called for more funding for healthcare, asking the Kenya Kwanza administration not to play dice with the lives of Kenyans, as well as demanding that the government addresses the issue of drug abuse across the country. The religious leaders also calling for practical mitigation measures against the El Nino rains expected to pound the region. Hassan Mugambi, Citizen TV.
And 5 people have died and 3